Top of the morning, boys and girls. Dermot here, the Celtic coach, with another cup of tea and your question for today. Let's get the tea going. This is the swamp juice, yes. It's the matcha swamp juice. It actually doesn't look that appealing, does it? All right, hello everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Or as I say to my clients, I hope you had an ordinary weekend. You know, we all want to have great weekends and ordinary, wonderful weekends. How about just having an ordinary weekend where we're just ordinary? Wouldn't that be nice? Kind of takes the pressure off having, trying to have a wonderful weekend. All right, let me put my timer here because I always go over, so got to keep myself on track here. I have a happy Monday, by the way. For many years in my life, I have started things and I have stopped things, and I have repeatedly done this. I'm like the painter's brush, up and down, up and down, up and down, like life. And I did this for many, many years, starting things, trying to create habits, and starting them and then stopping them, and then starting them and then stopping them, and getting into self-development and being told all the tricks and the tips and the techniques and all the different things. And one of the biggest things that I wanted to start years and years ago was meditation. And I would start and then fall off, and I'd get on the wagon and then I'd fall off. And one of the greatest questions I remember hearing years ago that really helped me to create any habit. I can create any habit in my life right now. Not a problem at all. Any habit that I want to create. And I want to share that with you today because I think it'll be very powerful. But before that, I want to share a Rumi poem that I think kind of captures this. Because we're always waiting for the perfect day to start something. Well, I'm going to do it to mañana. And of course, mañana never happens. Why put off what you could do tomorrow, what you could do the day after tomorrow? That was my tagline for life. Rumi, on a day when the wind is perfect. I think this kind of encapsulates what we're talking about here. On a day when the wind is perfect, the sail just needs to open and the world is full of beauty. Today is such a day. My eyes are like the sun that makes promises, the promise of life that is always keeps each morning. The living heart gives to us, as does that luminous sphere, both caress the earth with great tenderness. There is a breeze that can enter the soul. This love I know plays a drum. Arms move around me. Who can contain their self before my beauty? Peace is wonderful, but ecstatic dance is more fun and less narcissistic. Gregarious he makes our lips. On a day when the wind is perfect, the sail just needs to open and the love starts. Today is such a day. Now, what I hear in that is that every day is perfect. Every day is perfect for you to start creating a new habit, whether it's meditation, yoga, walking, exercise, eating healthier, creating a project, completing a project, starting a project, whatever it might be, wanting a new life. One of the things that has helped me, and I share with my clients. I had a client last week who constantly starting things and not completing any of them. And the reason we do that is, the reason we start habits and we don't complete them is we have the expectations way too high. And it's kind of it's kind of like self-sabotage, where if you set it really high, like I have clients that tell me, Dermot, I want to start working out. I'm going to start with an hour every day for 5 days a week. And I say, after I stop laughing, I say to them, how many times are you working out now? Oh, I'm not working out now, Dermot, but I want to. And you're going to work out 5 times a week, an hour every day. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Setting yourself up for disaster there. So take an area of your life. where you would like to create a new habit. Whatever it might be. Maybe you want to start walking, or you want to work on your relationship, or you want to work on your health, or whatever it might be. Take that area into your mind in this moment. And instead of setting yourself up for failure, which people do it now, it's innocent. People do it innocently. I've done it for years. I was setting myself up with all sorts of things that I thought I was going to do, and meditation was a big one. I'm going to do an hour or 5 times a week. And then I went down to like half an hour 4 times a week, and then I went to a half an hour 3 times a week. I still wasn't doing it. So here's your question for today. There's a habit, something that you want to start. Here's one of the best ways I've found to do it. Here's the question for today. What's the minimum amount of time that you could never say no to? What's the amount of time, or the minimum amount of time, that you could never say no to? Now, what does that mean? Take my meditation. After trying to meditate for years and trying to create a habit around meditation and judging myself mercilessly because I wasn't holding to that expectation. So you see, our expectations are way too high. We need to lower the bar below what we think is possible. So this is what this question does. So let's say it's meditation. What I did was I said, okay, what's an amount of time that I could never say no to? In other words, what's an amount of time that I could absolutely, without hesitation, I could sit down for X amount of minutes? And I said 5 minutes. I could sit for 5 minutes and meditate every day. That wouldn't be a problem. And then I said, okay, how many days a week could you commit to where you would absolutely, in your heart of hearts, you'd know that you could not say no to? That it would be an absolute yes. And I thought, I could meditate 5 minutes in the morning and in the evening, 3 times a week. And that's where I started. I went back to ground zero. I took the expectations and I put them below the belt. I put them like really low as you could go. No, really, as low as you could go. Dermot's drinking the green tea. I know. I like it. Okay, so that's your question. Get to work. Or not get to work. So your question, what's an amount of time you could never say no to? What's the least amount of time that you could absolutely do? No matter what it is. If you want to clean out the garage, could you go to the garage for 5 minutes, look at it, and go away? Tomorrow, could you go to the garage for another 5 minutes, do something, and go away? Wednesday, could you go to the garage, do 5 minutes, and go away? You can use this for anything. You're setting yourself up for success. People say, well, it's only 5 minutes, Dermot. I could do more than that. Don't. Do the bare minimum to start and get good with that. And then I went up to 10 minutes 3 times a week, 10 minutes in the morning. And then another week I went 10 minutes in the morning and in the evening. And now I have a yoga practice. I did it for yoga too because I wanted to do yoga. I had back problems for a lot of years. And now I do, there's 2 hours in the morning. There's an hour of yoga and an hour of meditation. I'm not saying you have to do that, but that's what I built up to over the past 20 years. So that's your question for today. I'm going to put the copy we just finished show, the Celtic spirituality, where I talked a lot about death and how death can be your best friend. I talked about living a great and balanced life through the eyes of the Celtic culture, the Celts, who are around for about 3,000 years. And so I talked a lot about that on the show. The link is there. Feel free to go to the show. And if you want me to send you a link every week, just go to the website and put your name in. and I'll send you a link to the show every week, so you don't have to go and get it. You'll be sent to your email. So that's about it, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the poem. Hope you've enjoyed the question. I'm really enjoying these Monday through Friday cup of teas, and I hope you are too. Put a comment down the bottom. Let us know if they're helping you and if they're not helping you. And let us know whatever challenge you've got coming up, and I'll create a question for your challenge. Put it in the box, or you can email it to me at thecelticcoach@gmail.com. Until tomorrow, think big, have fun, stay curious. I'm the Celtic Coach. And that, my dear friends, is no blarney. Cheers, everyone.